The Cato Institute exists because freedom needs a voice in Washington. Cato provides a respected scholarly libertarian voice on critical issues facing the country: taxes, spending, education, health care, the environment, personal freedom, civil liberties, defense and foreign policy. Businesses and unions have a voice in Washington. Liberals and conservatives have lots of organizations. As libertarians, we offer a consistent, principled, and philosophical commitment to every individual's right to live, work, trade, and play free of government constraint or support, provided there's no interference with another individual's right to do so. We bring the principles of the American Revolution to America's current challenges. Our goal is to provide high-quality research on a wide range of policy issues based on the fundamental principles of individual liberty, limited government, free markets, and peace, in order to change public opinion and move the country and the world toward peace, prosperity, and freedom. We accomplish that through our studies, books, congressional testimony, amicus briefs, interviews, and so on. We need more analysts. We need new policy areas like bioethics and labor. We need upgraded communications facilities and a better web presence, more outreach programs. And to that end, we need more financial resources. Cato has deployed solid research on behalf of the values of freedom and limited government. Our scholars cover the whole range of public policy issues, both domestic and international. We bring the best ideas of scholars from around the world to bear on the policymaking process. Media and policymakers consistently seek our analysts' comments and opinions. They're called upon to testify before Congress. Both friends and foes praise the Institute for its independence, innovative policy solutions, and integrity. Because we break out of the liberal-conservative box with a principled commitment to both personal and economic freedom, we can reach audiences across the political spectrum. Cato has a worldwide reputation for independence, nonpartisanship, integrity, scholarship, and commitment to the libertarian principles of freedom and limited government. Our policy scholars are principled, insightful, informed, and committed to changing the world, and we give them the tools and the platform to succeed. They tell the truth as they see it without fear or favor. We've been cited as one of the top think tanks in the world for innovative thinking, and one recent study rated Cato first among think tanks in public impact. We measure the quality and impact of our work. We seek to do the best possible policy analysis based on principles of individual liberty and limited government. Nobel laureates, members of Congress, and leading journalists praise its quality. But that isn't enough. We've got to have an impact. An independent foundation rated Cato first for media attention per dollar spent. Our team works to get our ideas into the hands of journalists, analysts, academics, judges, members of Congress, governors, and others. But ultimately, our mark of success is when Americans have more freedom and a better standard of living. I think many people don't know what a think tank is. We analyze public policy issues, how to improve education, health care, national security, and so on, while protecting freedom and economic growth, and then we make the results known. Sometimes we act as a transmission belt for ideas from the academic community to policymakers. Also, people often try to pigeonhole us on the left or the right. But really, our consistent commitment to individual liberty challenges both the left and the right. I think there are many Americans who share our principles but may not realize it, so we want to make them aware of the libertarian perspective. The most important impact of the Cato Institute is to create a presence for libertarian ideas in the national policy debate. We've reminded journalists and elected officials that millions of Americans still believe in the ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We've developed the real solution to the Social Security crisis, letting people invest their own retirement money in private accounts. We've helped several states develop school choice systems and helped the Supreme Court to understand the Constitution's protection of individual rights in such areas as the Second Amendment, the limited powers of the federal government, property rights, and gay rights. And we've brought together some 20,000 sponsors to support our work and build a platform to deliver these ideas to the public. Too many people have a zero-sum view of the free market. They think that if one person prospers, someone else loses. Economists know this isn't true. When we trade, both sides benefit. So a big challenge for advocates of liberty is overcoming this very widespread misunderstanding. We also face special interest groups everywhere we turn, lobbies devoted to taking tax money and spending it on their own projects. Pointing out the benefits of reforming Social Security means the AARP and the other status quo lobbies oppose us. Teachers' unions oppose school choice. The prison industrial complex wants to keep drugs illegal. The religious right opposes modern ideas like marriage equality. Compared to all those special interests, we are radically underfunded. We're pretty successful given the billions that the big government interests have to spend on politics, lobbying, and PR. But keeping up is a real challenge. In every area, spending interests, regulators, and advocates of military intervention have far more resources than those of us who defend liberty and limited government. We need more researchers to look for alternatives to the welfare state and the country's looming insolvency, more lawyers to defend individual rights. We have to turn down 95% of those college students who apply for Cato internships. It would be great to bring more of them to Washington to participate in our lectures, training seminars, and policy research. Some 30 million American voters hold broadly libertarian views, and as many as 100 million describe themselves as fiscally conservative and socially liberal, not quite red or blue. We want to help those people find their place in our political system. We'd also like to focus more attention on issues such as taxes, spending, education, and individual rights in the states. We'd like to invest more resources in videos and documentaries. It takes a lot of funding to make high-quality products, but they could reach more people than books alone. But the biggest gap we want to fill is the one between the promises of the Declaration of Independence, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the excessive government we have today.